So welcome to the second video or second tutorial with Gabriel. And in this series I'm going to show you how to set up a Kali Linux environment. So Kali is actually our environment that we're going to be using throughout this tutorial. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so what we specifically want to do with is how to boot on Kali Linux OS to bootable USB drive. Before you can do that, you need some requirements here, which some specifications that you're supposed to meet up with. You need to have a gigabyte and above USB device, so you need to have that at hand. And also you need to download Kali Linux ISO image, and then we are going to burn it to our USB with Balena etcher. So the what's it called? That is actually what you need to do. And very briefly, I'm just quickly going to show you how things actually work here. So let's see if you have Firefox here, if you can open Firefox here. I'll just want to go back to presentation for now. So we allow Firefox to load up. So what we actually have here is once you have your 8 GB setup, so I want to show you where you can download Kali Linux ISO file, and also I want to show you where you can download this guy right here. So then they are just going to put you through all things. What was I doing here? I think so these are just some of my tabs. So we are just going to open a new one from here from fresh. Okay, so if you go to Kali, sorry, it's my bad, Kali.org, you can see Kali.org like that. We just leave it to load. Potential risks or dates. So just permit me, give me some time to set up my dates. Alright, so I think tax set to 11. I think today is 4. Okay, do I get that? Okay, I get that. And I think the time here is, I think this is 2:25 a.m. Sorry, that's my bad. a.m. Right, so everything is set. So let's refresh this page now. So this is Kali.org. If you just go to www.kali.org, so this is your landing page right in front of you. There you want to go to download, and once you're in download, you want to ignore everything you see here. Then you want to go to live boot. So once you click on live boot, it's going to ask for your architecture. So if you're using 64-bit or 32-bit, and if you're using 64-bit system, you just going to download this guy from torrents, and if you're using 32 bits, you're just going to download it. Maybe 3 gigabytes. I think that's 3.4 gigabytes of it, so this is 3.4 gigabytes. Let me try to download it. I don't need Kali, so you can see it's actually a 3.8 gigabyte file. So once you download it, this is going to be amdca.iso file. So once you have that, then you can just go ahead and follow this tutorial, then you have everything set up for you. Let's move back to this, and also then you need to install Balena. So you need to install it yourself. Let me just quickly show you how you can do that. So if I open running with, for instance, say Balena, I think HR or something. So if you search that from Google, so it has Balena HR www.balena.io. If you click this guy, oh come on, why is network so slow? Maybe probably because I'm not using Wi-Fi and I'm using the cord. Okay, so what do we have here? What do we have here? Right, these are some info. So these are some downloads for HR. So if you are using Windows, you want to download this for Windows, it's going to work for you fine. This is another window, portable. So installer, just install the installer, then the installer is going to help you to install the whole program, or you can install the portable version like that. So it still doesn't count. If you're using Mac OS, you can use that. If you're using Linux like me, so this is the one I downloaded, this is the one I'm using. I'm just going to show you real quick how you can also use it yourself. Let's move on. So if you want to do use www.balena.io/hr, you'll be able to get it up and running. Alright, so setting up Kali Linux to get started, that was actually part 1. Sorry for that, I don't know why that is making noise. Okay. Um, when once you first launch your banana, this is actually what you're going to have. You're going to have banana HR, then you're going to have this interface. This interface right here that says select image. Yeah, is actually where you are going to locate the Linux ISO file you downloaded. I'm going to show you in a quick the Linux ISO file that you downloaded. And if you go to USB, you can see this is actually how the face looks like. So you select it from file, flash from file. So you go ahead and click here, then it's going to take you to your folder. You select the ISO file that you downloaded, then you move to the step 2. You're going to select the target. So after you slot in your USB code, once you click on this, it's going to show up the name of your USB code, the USB drive. Did I say code? Sorry for that. The name of your USB drive. Then from there, you are going to select it. Then after you select that, then you're going to click flash. Then once you do that, everything is going to work for you. So let me just show you real quick how you can do that. And after that, you have this phase, step 5. It's just going to run up for you. So let me just do it for you real quick. All right. I think it's downloads. If I can sit there, I have one which is actually mine from there. So I'm trying to pull it up. If I can get, if I can just have a face on it for me. Have a look for me from here. Right, let me just go to the folder. It's difficult. It's actually difficult for me to. It's actually difficult for me to. It's so difficult for me to find like that, to locate like that, because yeah, that's it. So that's bar lane or something. So I should be able to find like that. All right, so let's just wait for it to load. Oh, it's taking forever. I don't know why it's taking forever. All right, so there we are. Okay, so once you first launch this guy, so this is how it's going to look, and you want to click flash from file. And once you actually click on flash from file, then it's take you to your folder as I said before. Then you try to locate your OS. I think I have Ubuntu right here, if I'm not mistaken. For some reason, where is my Ubuntu? This is one of my ISO files, so I can select that too. I just want to show you how things actually work with bigger file. Where is Ubuntu, for Christ's sake? Ubuntu, that's you okay, that's it. Then you see I have Ubuntu right here, that is 2.9 gigabytes. Then you click open like that, so it's going to show you Ubuntu. So this is Ubuntu, this is not Linux. I'm just this is not Kali Linux. This is, it's also Linux, it's not, but it's not Kali Linux, it's Ubuntu. Then you select your target, then here we have, because I don't have any USB plug-in from here, so it's actually showing you my own hard drive. So you can see it says the system drive. And selecting your system drive is dangerous and we erase your drive. So if you actually go ahead and select this guy is going to erase my drive. But if I have any USB plug-in to my USB ports, it's going to show up right here. I want to show up, you just want to click on the USB, then you click select like that. So once you click select, it's going to work. Then this is disabled because I didn't actually select anything. Then this is going to come up, then you click on flash. So once you click on flash, you just leave it for like maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes for it to burn it for you. Then you are up and running. Stick with on level back, and then you can see after that. So if you select your disk from here, you click flash. Then after that, then it's going to show you up this page. Then it's going to spend some time. It's just running and everything's just going to work so fine with you. And that, so and when you actually done burning it, so it's going to tell you that format successfully or something. So for you to run it, for you to make sure that after you've put it on USB drive, you run it, all you have to do is just shut down your computer totally. Then you slot in the USB that you boot Linux on. Then you try to boot the computer with the USB being plugged in. So if you are using a system that actually are capable of detecting a bootable drive by itself, automatically you are going to see this page all by yourself. And if you are not able to see this page, you just need to go ahead and browse how you can boot into your computer boot menu. So probably most system are F12. So once it's trying to boot, the moment you on it, you keep pressing F12. It's going to list what's it called, it's going to list your boot menu. It ask you, do you want to boot from USB port, do you want to boot from the default hardware, or you want to boot from any external sources, just go ahead and select USB. but but I think most system is going to do this automatically, but just in case your own is not actually doing that, just press F12 to go into the boot menu. And if you're unable to get it from the boot menu, just go ahead and try your best to search online for your boot menu, like for the kind of maybe for me now I can say, okay, I'm using Dell, then I can say boot menu key. So if you search for like that, it should be able to tell you it's F2. Can you see? So most of the BIOS there, laptop, desktop can be entered by pressing F2, while the boot menu can be accessed by key F12. So you're just going to understand your own key according to your system. I think it varies from system to system, like that. So after that, you're going to select USB. Then once you select USB, then it's going to come up with this Kali Linux page. So what we have in front of us is actually what you're going to see when you force to boot from Kali Linux USB. And you don't want to select install graphic, install like this, because that one is just going to erase your hard drive and install Kali Linux for you as your day-to-day OS, which is something you don't want to do. So we don't want that. What you I advise you to select is to select live, this number one or this number two. So this will allow you to just make use of Kali Linux even without installing it on your system. So that is actually what we want. One disadvantage I've seen with this guy is that anything you do with live is not actually persistence. What I mean is not persistence is any you just come in, you use it. So any file you save, anything you download on it is actually just going to work for that period of time that you are using it. So next time you come back again to use it, you won't have it saved for you. But if you are fine to be using it like that, it still makes sense. But just for in case you actually want anything you download to be persistent, probably once you remove the USB cord, you want to be able to use it for later use, then you need to follow this. All right. So after you've actually boot into it, if it actually asks you for password, it doesn't normally do asks for password, but just in case he asks for password, you can try the password Kali, or you can try the password root, but I bet it's not going to ask you for password. All right. So once you actually go ahead and click on the live boot, so you're going to land up with something like this, something similar to this my desktop here. And what you want to do is just click on the terminal. Once you click on the terminal, you are going to have something similar to this. Why is that so big? Let me put it down. All right, you're going to have something similar to this, which is going to display. And if you notice, this is what I have to, so this is what I try to represent with this. And for you to have persistence, you need to run this command. So you go line by line the way I've actually put it here. So you go like, you first create it like this. So you say end, you create the end variable, it's got to 7 gib. So you run that, then you say read start underscore, then these are what's called, these are two arrow followed by the bracket like this. Then you write du slash bcm like that, then the name of your Kali OS that you downloaded. So if let's say it is a Kali Linux 2021, then .1 splash live splash, and just make sure it's actually the same with the name of the Kali Linux that you downloaded. And if you look at this presentation right here, you can see .iso. And if you look at what we did from here, where is it, where are you? So once I click download again, I actually want to show you the name. You can see this one is Kali Linux, that's 3a. So this is something that is different. Kali Linux plus 2021.3a splash live dot a dash tower tag amd64.iso. So if it's actually this one you downloaded, you just make sure that the name is corresponds to whatsoever you are trying to write right here. So because if you look at the presentation, this is 1 and that one is saying 3a, so that's actually the difference I've seen from there. So it's important to have that. So once you write everything, then you're going to press enter, just the way I did for this guy. Once you finish everything, just going to press enter, then you write this third line of itself, sorry, that moves too fast. So you write this guy package splash this, then make paths, then primary. You just make sure you follow this command. You don't need to understand what they are. Probably you can write it down one by one. Then the only difference you need to take notes is this guy, so you have to relate to your own. Okay, so the after making that, the next thing you want to do is that you want to make a file system. I don't need to understand what all this is doing. I understand what it's doing because we are trying to make a file system of exe. We are trying to make it persistence. We are going to name it persistence on the default on another drive. So we are creating another drive right here. So you just write this, then you execute it. You write this, then you execute it. So once you are done with that, so this is the last step. Then you make a directory which is in your temporary folder. You make a directory right here. Then you try to mount this guy. You try to mount this guy, then you mount this guy. So once you just follow every of the thing, then you echo this, then you echo this. If you're actually feeling so uncomfortable like right now, because what I actually realize is that so many people feel so uncomfortable right now. So what I'm actually trying to tell you to do is simple as you just type follow this, make directory tag p splash mnt, then followed by splash my underscore usb. So once you do that, you press enter. Yeah, it's not actually there. I have permission deny because I need to be root to be a root user before I can do that. And if you have this thing to you that says permission deny, just use su. So you can just do what's it called su like that. Then it's going to ask you for your password, then you can press Kali, but in my case my own is not Kali, so I'm just going to enter my password. Let's see if that's correct. So then if I run that command again, like I'm just going to be like make drl tag p. So we go like we want to mount from the month, then I want to call it my usb. So you see I don't have that error anymore. So that is just something that you actually want to do. So I'm removing this. So I'm sorry. There is a directory, and that is I need to remove it by yeah like that. So that is actually what I wanted to do. So the password, your password each time. Let me go back again. So let's say you try to type su tag. That is where we are changing from normal user to a root user. There you just want to press enter. So it's going to ask you for password, and your password is Kali. So if you try Kali and it's not working, then you try root. So I think that should be solved now. That puzzle should be solved now, because I don't really like it, when I'm trying to explain to students and they are going blind along with me. So you see, if you look at it, so you are just going to set up to the next what we are going to do is getting familiar with Linux environment. So for the sake of more clarification, I just want to go back a bit. So after you burn your flash, that step is very simple. All you have to do is download the image, then you go to select from file, then you after select from file you select your ISO file you downloaded, then you select your USB from here, select target USB, then you click on flash from here. So that is going to do that work automatically for you. You just have to all you have to do is just to wait and watch it doing it for you. After that, then you have to come up to this page, so which means that you're going to shut down your computer. Then once it's boot up again, you're going to slot in the USB that you bought Kali on, then you allow it to boot again. If you run into any issue, just press F12 or search your computer key to boot into boot menu and select USB. Then this page is going to come up for you. Then after you are done, then you are going to have something similar to my like this. So just go up right here, terminal, like that. Then you click on terminal. You're going to have this tab. Why is it so big? You're going to have this terminal display for you, so similar to mine. You can see I've opened too many of them already. Just to explain one. Okay, I think it's because this guy is big, that's why the rest of them is appearing big. Alright, I'm going to have something similar to this, like that. Then all you have to do is just to go back to this video, you pause it, then you copy all this command, or let me see, I'm going to type the command into the description to make it easier for you. So you look at it, you can write it down and take note of this name. This is very important. Then you just follow. The rest is just to follow all this command and enter it. Just in case you run into permission, you see anything like permission deny, I've told you before, all you have to do is use su, then followed by tag, that's all. Then you press enter. If you ask for password, you press Kali, which because Kali is not my own, that is not going to work because I should press Kali. Or you you press root, and once you have everything set up already, then we are ready to begin to dive into the course together. All right, see you in the next tutorial, please.